What is up, Bills Mafia? Welcome back to another edition of the Go Bills podcast here on YouTube and Instagram. We are glad to be with you on this Sunday afternoon for some Buffalo Bills football. I am your host and founder of the Go Bills podcast, Brett, and we are going to be talking about the halftime report of the Buffalo Bills and New England Patriots game today in Highmark Stadium. It's not the best outcome that we were hoping for the first half of the Buffalo Bills game, and it was a very bad start not start, but ending for the half. Interception by Josh Allen that we didn't want to see in the red zone where we could have had 7 points on the board. Now the Patriots will have the ball to start the second half, and it wasn't the outcome that we wanted for the end of the first half. So not the best outcome, but really glad that we were able to get that opening touchdown with a kickoff return. That was the first time in 3 years and 3 months that the Buffalo Bills have had a kickoff return for a touchdown. So it was incredible to see. And you could tell that the electricity went off in Orchard Park for that play. So that was really, really cool to see. And then the touchdown to Dawson Knox as well. That was a great touchdown thrown to him as well, but a little bit of a slip in the second half or the second quarter, and we need to get back to playing Buffalo Bills football for this game. Let's go over to our stats for the game. I'm missing my mouse for this, but we will be good to go now. Actually, we're good to go now because I found it. I hope this is the mouse, but actually it is. It was on, but it wasn't working. Let's go over to the stats for the Buffalo Bills. And Josh Allen is 12 of 20 for 96 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. James Cook is the leading rusher with 5 carries for 26 yards. Devin Singletary, 4 carries for 24 yards. Stephon Diggs leading the way at receiver with 5 catches for 49 yards. The leading tackler in this game is Jordan Poyer, followed by Matt Milano. 1 sack overall in this game so far, and that's coming to Greg Russo. So I did like what I saw from the Bills to start, but the second quarter, you can tell there's a little bit of a slip. That energy still isn't there, and they need a spark, and it needs to come very soon. But I don't know if it's maybe some tiredness or something like that from everything that's going on this week, but I can't really say, but I understand where they're coming from as well. Let's go around the league and go over the scores from around the league. We will start with the Buffalo Bills, and that score is tied at 14-all, followed by the Steelers and Browns. The Steelers are up on the Browns 10-7. Bengals are up 24-7 on the Ravens. The Vikings are up 16-6 on the Bears. Jets and Dolphins are tied at 3. The Bucks are up on the Falcons 17-10. The Panthers are trailing the Saints 7-0. The Texans, who are fighting for the number one overall pick in the draft, are up 17-7 on the Colts. And remember, if the Texans win and the Vikings beat the Bears, the Texans will hold the number 2 pick in the draft. So that'll be a little crazy. On YouTube, on Instagram, I'm sorry, I'll start with Instagram. MAGA_basketball said that the pass ball to start the second half. Yes, it is the pass ball to start the second half. And they did have the last possession overall in the first half, but they did defer to the second half of the game. So they will have the ball to start the second half. Areas where the Bills can improve in the second half, I really want to see some more runs to James Cook as well as Devin Singletary and opening up the rushing lanes for both of those guys. As well as Josh needs to play a little better, get the ball out a little faster than he is. He's holding onto the ball a little bit too long. and it seems like he's uncomfortable. He doesn't want to make an interception, but he's got to throw the ball to his playmakers, and that's what you're not seeing from the Buffalo Bills. Other games going on throughout the NFL later today. The 49ers and Cardinals at 4:25. Cowboys and Commanders at 4:25 as well. Rams and Seahawks at 4:25. The Giants and Eagles are another 4:25 game. Chargers and Broncos at 4:25. And then the late game tonight, the Lions and Packers, and that's going to be a game to determine who goes to the playoffs and who is out. To win and in that situation. Now, a lot of you are wondering what is the playoff scenarios for the Buffalo Bills for next week, and I will update you on that. We had a discussion with the Red, White, and Bills, and the update is if the Patriots win, they are in. If the Miami Dolphins win and the Patriots lose, they are in. And then the final scenario is the Patriots and Dolphins lose and the Pittsburgh Steelers win, then the Pittsburgh Steelers would be in. So that there's 3 scenarios for teams that Buffalo could play next week in the playoffs. And it could be one of those 3 teams, but it will be determined. It could have been the Titans, but they are no longer in consideration after a loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars yesterday. And the Bills will no longer be able to get the number 1 seed in the AFC. That has been clinched by the Kansas City Chiefs. They got the number 1 seed. So Buffalo will have a shot at the number 2 seed. If they win, they will have the number 2 seed. If they lose, they will move to the number 3 seed. And that will be if they have the number 3 seed, that will be a game against probably the Ravens in that case. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on all social media platforms. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter, as well as on our website, gobillspodcast.com. And don't forget to follow us after the game. We will be going live with Sean Kula of the Red, White, and Bills, as well as Mike Fortin of the Nickel City Mafia and Jake Podger of Nickel City Mafia. And then we will also have a show tomorrow for what we're going to call Overreaction Monday and Black Monday, where we're going to go through what is happening throughout the NFL with all the moves that could be made with different head coaches that are going to be fired potentially, as well as talk about the playoffs for the Buffalo Bills and who they will face. So tune into that. We'll have updates on our YouTube and Instagram pages, as well as on our website, gobillspodcast.com. Also, I want to take a moment real quick before the game resumes for the second half. I want to take a moment to thank the Buffalo Bills, as well as the Cincinnati Bengals medical staff, as well as UC Medical Center, and everyone that was involved in helping to save Damar Hamlin's life in the situation that happened on Monday night. There isn't enough praise that can go out to everybody that was involved, starting with Denny of the Buffalo Bills, the assistant athletic trainer who revived Damar Hamlin, as well as the rest of the staff. And their actions go unnoticed, but it's incredible what they've done. And I want to also give Cincinnati Bengals fans and fans across the NFL, I want to give them a shout out for all the support that has been going through to Damar Hamlin as well. It's incredible to see and incredible to watch the movement that has been made in the Chasing M's Foundation that has been given $8.3 million. And I know that Damar is going to do a great job with that money. And I'm looking forward to seeing what is going to happen soon. So don't forget that. If you have a chance, go ahead and go over to our Instagram page. We have the link for the Chasing M's Foundation as well on our Instagram page. So that will be on right now. So if you can donate, whether it's $1, $3, or $5, that would be awesome. This has been the Go Bills podcast, and we will see you after the game for another edition of the Go Bills podcast. Until then, keep your prayers with you with Damar Hamlin. Hug your loved ones. Tell your loved ones that you love them. You never know when it's going to be the last opportunity to do that. This has been the Go Bills podcast, and we will see you next time for another edition of the Go Bills podcast.